This is a full tutorial on how to take your eyebrow from this to this. The video is very detailed and don't forget to stay to the end. Also, don't forget to subscribe if you find this video helpful. Hey Australians, welcome back to another one. So I'm just going straight into the video. I'm going to be showing you guys what you will need. First of all, you'll need a gel or wax, then a spoolie brush, something to brush your eyebrow with, a setting powder or loose powder. This one is from LNC USA. You also need a beauty blender, something to use with the powder or brush. You're going to also need a flat brush to shape out your brow. You also need the puffy brush or puffer brush that you can use to blend. Then your brow pencil, because this one it's how to draw your eyebrow with a pencil. This pencil is from Davies. You also need a foundation your shade or one shade lighter than you, and a concealer also. This can be any concealer of your choice. So first off, before you actually start drawing out any eyebrow, if you don't have your eyebrow shaped out already, that's fine. You can also just follow these steps as a beginner, but you should also have your eyebrow shaped out. That will be in another video. First of all, we're going to be using our wax stick to gently brush out and define our hairline. As you can see me do in this video, I'm taking the wax stick with the spoolie to brush out our hair. I brushed out the hair before without using the wax stick, but as you can see me doing it right now, I'm gently pulling the hair backwards. You can see the difference. It's very clear. Doing the same procedure for the second side also taking the same wax stick just to gently press down the hair to my skin because I don't want any hair sticking out of my eyebrow. We want the eyebrow to look as realistic as possible. The next step is going to use a beauty blender with your loose powder. You're going to take out the setting powder like this, take out a few or little and dab out the excess at the back of your hand like this. Then you're going to gently press that on the eyebrow that you have used the wax stick on. As you can see me do it, don't drag it out, just gently press it down so the powder can absorb the oil from the wax. As you can see, the first side is shiny and the other side looks matte. You're going to repeat the same procedure for the second eyebrow. And if you're touching your eyebrow and it feels very glued to your skin, then you did the right thing. If not, you have to repeat the same process. Also, I'm going to be using the Davies eye pencil. You have to shape it out. We need it very sharp. So when we're drawing out our eyebrow, it should be very sharp like this. Next step, you're going to align your brow to know where your arc is, your natural arc. You can see me doing that, and you can see in this picture of reference here how to align your brow so you can know where your natural arc is. So I'm just showing you how I would draw the outline. I am doing this up close. As you can see me do, I'm just going in a straight line, not a curve or anything. Then after when I reach underneath the place where the hack is supposed to be, I'm covering my hand a little, as you can see me do. Then I repeat the same process for the up part of my brow, connecting each mark that I used to align my brow. I did it for the second brow just to make sure both of them are in shape, and I kind of speed it up because the real speed it's very slow and the video will be quite long. Most of you might not stay to the end. As you can see the outline, you have to measure it again to see if it gave you the exact same thing that you drew. Then you just have to fill in the brow with light-handed strokes, just in the place where you have less hair, because we already brushed out our hair and you can see where you have less hair in. You can fill it in like what I did at the back of my brow and the front of my brow is where I have less hair. The next step, I'm going to be using the same spoolie Brushing out the eyebrow to make it look more natural and more hair-like. I'm going to be using now the foundation and my spoolie. As you can see, the foundation is the first thing I used instead of a concealer. So I'm using a foundation to gently clean out any excess eye pencil and to give it shape. I'm doing that at the tip of the brow and at the place where my contour is supposed to be at my nose side. I'm not doing it on the eyebrow bone. That is where the highlight is supposed to be, and that's where we are going to be using a concealer. After doing that, I'm going to blend these two out to give it a very skin-like finish, as you can actually see me do. The next step, I'm going to be using my concealer now just to highlight that brow bone that I told you guys that it's supposed to be highlighted. I'm going to be using the same flat brush to draw out the concealer into the foundation to clean out any other excess brow pencil and just to give it shape. I'm going to be using the same powder, the puffer brush, to blend that all out to make sure it's having the smooth canvas and also giving the shape that I really wanted. As you can see the difference of this one cleaned out and the other not done. I'm repeating the same process that I did for the first eyebrow in the second eyebrow, so you can easily just watch and see the same process being done again. It's always good to highlight that brow bone because that's where the structure of the eyebrow is supposed to be and where the highlight, most people do highlight on. So I do my highlight on the brow bone. As you can see, it now it's giving the clear, clean under eye. That's the placement for your eyeshadow. So if you're going to be doing your eye look now, it's the best time to actually just put in your eyeshadow primer. So this is the part when if you made any mistakes, you can easily just repeat, go in with your brow pencil and clean that up again. So now that I'm using the foundation to clean and structure out the brow at the top, I'm cleaning that out into the shape that I wanted, giving it the natural arc. As you can see, I'm just cleaning up any excess to give the brow shape. I'm not cleaning out any eyebrow. I'm just cleaning to the shape I really want the eyebrow to look. It should feel natural to you how your hack of your eyebrow should look like. After blending that all out, you can just repeat the same process for the second eyebrow. Now, when I'm doing the second eyebrow, I usually do one good thing. As you can notice in this, I did the foundation over the first one to make sure the two of them are actually in the same shape space. What do I mean by same shape space? At the front parts, they should actually be equal to each other, symmetrical, not asymmetrical. Not one should be up and the other should be down. After doing that all out, I use the spoolie brush again to brush out the front part and the back part to make it look natural to my natural eyebrow. All lined out, it actually looks like um an eyebrow tint naturally. As you can see, it's all clean and super easy. Just have to repeat this process a lot of times to get how natural your arc is. Yeah, so that's literally it. Don't forget to subscribe if you find this video helpful, and I'll see you in my next video. Shine bright.